Hi everyone, Stephen from Compass Pools here. One of the most common questions I get asked is, how much is my swimming pool going to cost? And to be honest, that can be a bit of a hard question to answer straight off the cuff. And the reason that's a hard question to answer is simply because everybody's backyard and everybody's personal tastes, and I guess therefore everybody's pool project, is slightly different from the last. So in order to give you a really good understanding of what your pool project is likely to cost you, the best thing we can do is come out and have a look at your backyard, sit down and discuss with you what it is you're looking for in your pool. And then once we know that information and we've identified any potential challenges that your site might have, we'll be able to give you a really accurate idea of what your swimming pool is likely to cost. But I know that what you're after by watching today's video is more of a broad guideline. So the best way to give you that guideline is to introduce you to our Crosstrainer range, which is what we've got behind me here. Now, the Crosstrainer range is one of our more popular family pools, and they range from 5.8 meters in length all the way up to 11.8 meters in length by 4.2 wide. So quite a big pool at that end of the scale. Now, imagine at the small end of the scale, you have a normal pool installation, lights, filtration equipment, standard filtration, and at the other end, you might have the 11.8 meter Crosstrainer with all of the bells and whistles that you can imagine, like automatic chlorination, pH control systems, and of course the Vantage self-cleaning system that Compass Pools is really famous for. So at the entry point, you might be looking at a fully installed cost in the late 30s, let's say. And for that bigger pool with all of the bells and whistles, you might be looking at a total sum somewhere in the late 60s, early 70s. So that's a really big scale, and of course it depends on lots of things like what challenges there are in your backyard. Are there access issues? What's your soil like? And what size pool did you choose? And what bells and whistles and extra features would you like added to your pool project? So somewhere in that scale from the 30s to the 70s, depending entirely on your backyard and your preferences. One of the things that I do encourage people to think about though is not just what is the pool going to cost to buy, although that is really important. One of the things that is likely to have a bigger impact on you in the long term is actually how much does it cost to own the pool. In other words, what does it cost to run it and what effort is involved in looking after it. So if you make the right choices at the beginning and you focus particularly on ensuring your pool has good circulation, you can take steps to make sure that your pool running costs are kept to a bare minimum. You see, the better your pool is circulated, if your water is circulated from top to bottom, bottom to top, as opposed to just along the top of your pool, it will help you save so much money in the long run. You'll cut your chemical consumption dramatically. You'll spend less time having to manage your pool water because it's moving regularly. And when it comes to heating your pool, you'll find that it's so much more efficient if you're mixing the water everywhere. And that's where the Vantage system can come in handy. So yes, Vantage does mean a larger investment at the beginning, but it will change your life as a pool owner. It'll keep your running costs low, and of course it'll keep the effort that you have to put into looking after your pool to a bare minimum. So there are a few things you should be thinking about if you're thinking of investing in a swimming pool. Yes, the upfront cost is an important part in the decision-making process, and as we've discovered, that range can actually be quite big depending on a number of factors. But the other thing is, how much is that pool going to cost, and how much effort is it going to take to look after, because that's what's going to have the long-term impact on your enjoyment as a pool owner.